Okay, live here with the Nikon P1000. Gonna check out the site. I'm just gonna do one camera at this time. Paul S Mamakos with Ocean Camera Space Corp in South Texas at the build site, looking at the high bay, November 11th, 2021. I don't know if I've done a live stream with the Nikon from here before. I did it with the big Libra crane earlier in the week, and that is right here. It towers above the site, you know. Look at that. From Kentucky. Hey, I gotta move my screen closer. Just a minute. Kevin. Awesome. Chris. Yeah, it is inside the bay. That is correct. Yep. Okay. I'm gonna get a bunch of shots of different things. I'm gonna start from the ground and then work my way up. I'm in both hands, so I can focus. The wind is kind of low, so that is a good thing. Hey, Captain Pike. Lewis. Ayacucho. So it's all bolted together from the ground up. They got a lot of bolts. That's how they're putting it all together. I guess maybe I should go a little slow because the signal quality might not be 100% for y'all. So I'll go a little slow when I move things. Beginning. So they have stacked it too high. So they pretty much finished the 2 levels there. Hey, William. They just put this corner on over here that we're looking at right now. Over the last probably 24 hours. Hey, Perpetual. Hey, Tony. Yeah, just another 20 to go, right? This yeah, it's pretty awesome. Pretty awesome. Imagine your house being this big. That would be quite a house, huh? That's a good deal of square footage. That'd be a nice house if you put windows on the side, or a good greenhouse or something like that. That'd be real nice. If that was it, just 2 layers high, maybe they could sell the plans to this and people could make their own. Maybe it wouldn't have to be as sturdy, I don't know. All right, so what am I looking at? In front of us, I'll get in front of us. Directly in front of us is this corner here. And they put this corner in yesterday and probably this morning they finished it up. And they put the corner over to the right there. They put that in yesterday afternoon, evening, and then they must have done all that cordage since last night, because yesterday I was out here and they were just putting in that one column there. Hey Gator, nice. Yeah, Dekinan, yeah, if they offer me a job on site, I would. If it were in the camera position, as long as it was stated that my long-term goal is to get video cameras on these space missions to do the liquid oceans and water. Sure. Good question. Yeah, Dekinan, I did apply for several jobs. Everybody can do that on the SpaceX website. And I do have contacts, but I'm not into the relationship kind of thing where you know people and they get you, and I'm not into that kind of thing. So I got enough stuff going on for myself anyway. So yeah, the Ocean Camera Space Corp is incorporated here in Texas, and that has tremendous capability. So today I researched a company, Intuitive Machines, because I came across an article a couple days ago by them. And Intuitive, I'm all about Intuitive, but they're doing it in the drone space mission format. So that's what's needed to do these missions into space, the Ocean Cam missions. And they're already doing an ice mission already. They're on it for 2022 or 2024. So they already got the in. They're a company just like mine. They're an LLC. I'm an S Corp. I'm a C Corp. So a little different there, but they are based here in Texas, and they're not registered in Delaware as far as I can tell. So they're strictly a private Houston, Texas-based company. Started in 2013, and they're doing a mission. Hey, Catnip. So yeah, everybody can do these kind of things. If you've ever owned a business, you know what's possible. If you ever have a burning desire, or if you ever have a dream that's worth something, then if you put it into action, there's a good chance it'll happen. So, you know, if you have a strong enough stick-to-itiveness and follow through, and do, you know, as long as you know the realities of business here on the planet Earth, It's not a friendly environment necessarily. So as long as you know how to do business and you can, yeah, thanks El Hungaro. Thanks, man. As long as you know the realities of business and it's not your first business. This isn't my first business, and I've spent millions of dollars in the past in business. So, you know, I'm doing it smart. And, you know, they say your first business is a failure, or, you know, I first went into business in 2005. So I've had several LLCs and businesses, and I've been successful in different ways with different products and things that different things that I've done. So, yeah, what they're doing with intuitive machines is doable by everybody, and I can definitely do something of that nature, and I plan to. That's what I've been working on. So I don't need to work for anybody. You know, I got my own business going on here. So, but yeah, SpaceX wants to collaborate or bring me on or work together somehow on an ocean cam mission. That would be a win-win scenario. Because yeah, Intuitive Machines is already working with SpaceX as their launcher. Their launcher is it's a Falcon 9. So thanks. Yeah, Hungary. Thank you too. Thank you. Amazing. Maybe some of the inner structure. And the flooring as well. So maybe some of the inner structure I'll focus on. I'll do the rounds on the inner side here. I'll go around the inner side of the structure here. Okay, got to go reverse here. All right, focus on that. So this is the new. Let me see. Yeah, okay, Gabriel, what I could say is there is a saying that when one door closes, another door opens. So, you know, the door has to close for the other door to open sometimes. So. All right, wish you the best, Gabriel. Life's not supposed to be fair. So if you think life's supposed to be fair, then this is a good wake-up call. Yeah, but you might look up a guy called Rio Tomasi, and maybe look up a guy called Dan Pena, and there's another book too. But those are two good people. That'll get you going. Maybe look up a guy called Robert Kiyosaki as well. Robert Kiyosaki has gone out of body. The way he talks about it, he says he uses the word exterior. When he was flying aircraft in Vietnam, he said he popped out of his body before he crashed. He went exterior. That's an out-of-body experience, and so that's been one of the motivations for his career. Is that awakening, that knowledge that we are more than our physical bodies, and he was one of the motivating people for me in 2005. I read his book, Think and Grow Rich, in 2005. and that got me on the path to owning my own business. It was mostly due to his book, Think and Grow Rich, Robert Kiyosaki, that I even cared about business and making my own money. So if you haven't come across his books, or if you never owned your own business, maybe check out that book, Robert Kiyosaki. I went on to read most of his books. Cash Flow Quadrant explained a lot of things about the business world in the early in the mid 2000s for me. Before that, I didn't understand the cash flow quadrants and everything. Yeah, good stuff. I'm reading a book about intimidation right now. I don't remember the author's name, but good book. Good book. It's not about intimidating people. It's how not to be intimidated. So I'm reading a book about that right now. Oh, sorry, I must have got the wrong name. Yeah, I read Think and Grow Rich too. So it was Rich Dad Poor Dad. Thank you. Hey, Christian. Yeah, it was Rich Dad Poor Dad. And I did read Think and Grow Rich after that. But all right, everybody. So it was Think and Grow. It's Rich Dad Poor Dad, not Think and Grow Rich. But you can't go wrong by reading Think and Grow Rich as well. So yeah. All right. That was a good book too. Maybe that's why maybe I was supposed to be talking about Think and Grow Rich. Dan Pena would say that there's no evidence that Napoleon Hill ever met the people he talked about in his book. So that is a side note to the Think and Grow Rich books. Yeah, Christian. Yep. I guess I'll do some close-ups of the people working here. Yeah, but Argentina, I think you guys have a lot of crystals, right? Crystals in the earth. I like crystals and rocks and everything. So if I were in Argentina or Brazil, I'd be trying to mine some of those purple colored crystals and ship them to the United States and sell them. If you have an eBay account, you could mine those crystals and put them on eBay and sell them to people in the United States. You probably make a lot of money. I don't know if they have them in Argentina, but I think in Brazil they do. So if you know where that stuff is, you can make a little side money doing that. You could always move too. So a lot of people choose to move, and if you don't like where you are, you could just get rid of everything and move, or pack up what you got, what you want to keep, and move with that stuff. So I mean, if you want to just stay where you are and keep living uncomfortably, you can do that as well. But if you don't have a reason for being where you are, there's always the option of packing up and moving. It's not leaving; it's moving. Two different things. I'm 45 years old now, and life's too short for me. Maybe halfway through my life to keep doing things that I don't want to do. So. I did some exercise and yoga today, so I did continue with my routine of getting a little fitter, maybe. There's so many things you can do, man. So many things you can do. You can get a camera and start videoing what it looks like down there in Argentina. Now, a lot of people want to see what's going on in South America, so if you ever want to show that on a YouTube channel, you could maybe do that. Anyway, I do want to zoom in on one of these things here. I'm gonna see if I get this wire. See how they connect the wire to the side there? Wonder how they do that. Looks like they just put it around it, and see if they cinch it down there. I assume that goes around it. Let me see, just a minute. Yep, that is pretty cool, huh? What I can say is that there is something called liquidarian, so there's a whole thing about that. So there are people who eat less than other people. So there's an idea that you really don't need to eat anything once you get all the toxicity and the dehydrating foods out of your body. There's certain things that you can do to transition your body to a lighter diet. So in reality, you really don't need to eat anything. As long as you're getting enough liquid or water, whether it's through breathing. If you advance yourself spiritually, energetically, if you advance yourself energetically and clean out the toxicity from your body, you can maybe even rejuvenate yourself. So if you don't have any money, you really don't need to eat anything. You could spend your time detoxifying your body and maybe getting healthier. So from that perspective, losing your job isn't, maybe it could be a good thing. I don't know. But you can always go start your own business and not work for somebody else. Just start your own business. And I have said it before, but there is a saying that when you work for somebody else, you're working on their dream. But when you're working for yourself, you're working on your dream. So as long as you're working for somebody else, it's you're working on somebody else's dream and you're not doing your dream. So here at Ocean Cam, I'm working on my dream, and I think many of yours dream is SpaceX. So there's a similarity there, but my dream is Ocean Cam. So that's what I'm working on. And SpaceX is part of my dream too, because they're making it possible to go into space. So it's a win-win for me to be here photographing, because I'm continually evolving my skills as a photographer, which is going to be needed for these space ocean missions. So, and you all are working on whatever dream you're working on. I am interested in what your dreams are. So if you ever want to share those, go ahead. I've interviewed a few people already who've shared what their passions and dreams are, and I've uploaded those videos to YouTube. They haven't necessarily gotten a tremendous number of views, but I was interested in hearing what they were doing. So, but if you're ever interested in sharing what you're doing, I'd be happy to have you on the show to talk about what it is that you're inspired about. Hey, Rob, thanks. Yeah, it's a good lens. Good lens. I'd zoom in on something if there were something to look at. I could do some more of the cables. I think it's just awesome that they've done basically the first two levels of this. The first two levels of this thing. Yeah, and I have done some videos of another one of my passions, which is gardening. And tomorrow I plan to do a new updated video on that. 2 weeks since my last video on the garden. The Ocean Cam Space Corp Garden will be a video tomorrow. I have eaten some of the cucumbers from the garden already, and some of the string beans and stuff. So you can always grow your own food if you have some land, or you can ask someone if you can put a garden on their land and see if they'll let you. Yeah, so what I've been told and what I seem to see is that the cables going across, forming the cross, are a means of support. So I guess maybe on most buildings this is an option for. I'll see if I can get the cables as they cross. We got one cable here, and that goes diagonally down the wall. There is another cable that it crosses with. See if I can get the crossing of the cables. Okay, so I think we can see it here. The cables cross. So, and the cables are connected to the bases of the opposite wall, of the walls at the far side. So they cross the cables to give some support. I get a little better focus on that. There we go. Okay, I got it. Let me check something here. Yeah, I pretty much zeroed in my tripod, so I made it level and everything. Just things don't lock anymore for this tripod, and I gotta get some of the WD-40 for it to go smoother. Cool. So the cables are only temporary. Thanks, Joseph and Lewis and Bob. I'll get a shot of how they connected at the bottom there. Looks like they're wrapping it around or something like that. Let me. I'll zoom it. I'll focus it. Just a minute. Can't really see it too well. I can maybe adjust the ISO. That's pretty much the best I could do. Cool. They help true up the structure. That's cool. Thanks, Tony. Hey, Peanut. Cool. So I will get some video from down at the launch site next. Wanted to do this. Haven't been here in a couple days. I'll get the floor next. The base of the structure. There's some gravel down in the center there. Oh, that's cool. That's cool, Captain. Awesome. So there's some gravel around the outside of it, just like any building. They have the outside of the foundation. There's a bunch of gravel, I guess, for drainage and stuff. You know. See if I can get a better shot of that. Yeah. So there's some gravel, more so visible in front of us here. And some mats for the big crane. They got the biggie crane is to the right here. So that's what those mats are for. That's the biggie crane there. So the biggie crane is just slightly shorter than the other crane. The Buckner crane is looking at it now. I can give you an approximation here. It's maybe 30 or so feet taller is what it appears to me. Because when we're looking at the yellow part and then the red part on top of the yellow part. So the Buckner crane on the biggie crane on the right there is a little bit lower than the red part on the bucky crane. So so that's a little comparison. Everything above that red part is taller, and even a little of the yellow below that red part is still taller than the biggie crane. So. So yeah, I'll get the inside base of the structure here. Haven't done that yet, so I'll get it. You can see there's a lot of sand, and most likely there's gravel in there too. Or maybe a gravel sand mix, but yeah, there's a lot of sand. Maybe they put the sand on top of any concrete in there, I'm not sure. Or maybe they have some wooden, yeah, there are some wooden mats in there too. So let me get that shot. See if I get that shot in here. All right, here we got a view of it here. So you can see the wood there, and the crane is sitting on the wooden mats on top of the sand, probably on top of the foundation inside the structure. Hey, Kristen. All right. And one other thing I can maybe notice is how did they get the Buckner crane inside? Well, there is an opening there on the right side of the screen. I'll put it in the center. Probably out that opening right there. That's the only way to get it out. So it doesn't look like it is closed on it looks like it's an open pathway. So they're holding off on putting that wall in, or maybe that's going to be the future entry exit point for the whole high bay here. There in the center of the screen on the far wall there is how they're going to get the Buckner crane out. They got to get it out. So temporary beam. Yeah. There is no beam there on top. That's just a beam in front of us. That's a close-up beam on this side of the wall, but on that far side it is open. They haven't put a beam there. Hey Gerald, afternoon. Cool. Maybe I'll do a few more close-ups and get down to the build launch site. So we're here at the build site at the high bay, new wide bay, high bay. Or the wider bay. Maybe it's the wider bay. I don't know. There we go. That's better. Yeah, okay. I will check the reefing of the launch tower. That's next on my plate there. I'm going to go down to the launch site soon, and I'll take a look at that. What they're probably doing is hammering all these bolts that go in. They probably got to hammer them in, or they got to maybe move the beam a little bit so that the holes line up so that they can put the bolt through. That's probably what they're doing. Yeah, thanks, Tony. Yeah, that should be a great day when they move it out. That'll be a good video for that. Okay, I'm gonna wrap it up here in about 30 seconds. Yeah, Dave. Thank you, Dave. Thank you. So November 11th, 2021, SpaceX build site Starbase here in Boca Chica, Texas. It is now 4:11 p.m. in the afternoon. And if you're watching this from space, we're here on planet Earth, the third planet from the sun here in this star system. And we would love to see if you would show us your spaceship and introduce yourselves sometime here on camera. That'd make for some good video. So I welcome your presence here on the camera. And that's it. Wrapping it up here. See you on the next one too, Tony. Adios, everybody. Thank you for tuning in. Ocean Camera Space Corp Paul Mamakos signing out. Have a good day, everybody.